Well, hello guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the characters that kind of resemble my friends. So, let's start. So, first up, we're gonna talk about this one. Yeah, him. And 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 so I think Vid is like uh kind of identical. So I need to wait for the thing. So this resembles Diego because he kind of sounds like this character because why? He's wearing a hat. But I understand. But this is the one that kind of resembles Diego. So, and then the other one will be Lexi because so yeah. And the this kind of tame, but you know who resembles we're just gonna do the Lexi. We're not gonna do the Lexi part. We're just gonna wait for the Ghost Fox to come. Well, what do I think who resembles? So this character kind of resembles Lexi because this kind of sounds like character kind of sounds like Lexi, but if they have voice actors. So uh so so I just think that this character kind of resembles Lexi because of the look. So, So this is resembling to Lexi because I know I like how. Look, I know this is she likes the wolf, but this is kind of resembling to her. So I did that one, and then we're gonna do Andrew. So we're gonna do Andrew. Yeah, Andrew. So Andrew will. It's gonna resemble. So it's gonna resemble. Andrew will resemble this one. Thinks it's a it's a it's kind of I'm not want to make Andrew upset, but come on, if you just want to make a character thinking they kind of resemble your friends, but you don't know anything, so what does it tell it? So this kind of resembles. This is kind of resemble. You know. This resembles. It's Andrew because what I think it is because it's how it goes. But anyway. So this resembles Andrew because look at him. He kind of acts like Andrew. He kind of acts like him also. He kind of acts like him. So this is Andrew. And then the last one will be Marius. Because Marius, I know who's gonna resemble Marius, but this is not gonna get started. So let's do Marius. No. No, this is Diego. This is Marius. So why did I think this character resembles Marius? Because he kind of acts like the character because it was the thing that's about it. So this is resemble Ricardo because this is how he resembles this one. So Ricardo resembles this character called Hosey. Yeah, so this is resembling Marius. So the last one will be will be I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna know what resembles. Ricardo. So let's do Ricardo. So this is Ricardo. We're gonna go there. And then we're waiting for the screen, okay? We're waiting for the picture. Just waiting for you. So this kind of resembles Ricardo because why? If I think he acts like this one, I will know what resembles him. So this is all the video. Don't worry, another subscriber will come. Ricardo, come. He's gonna come for you. Ah!